If you could see my face right now, if I'd been able to get my bloody mount from the other camera, honestly, it is Cheshire Cat smile. Hello everyone and welcome back to another first ride review. It's not a new bike, this one, it's a 2022 Speed Twin from Triumph, loaned to me from A1 Moto in York. Triumph dealer here in York, very helpful James. If you've seen my other video of the Street Twin review, these are actually done back to back on the same day, where he let me have that bike for a few hours. I've only got an hour on this bike because they didn't actually have a demo available. This is a used bike that he's letting me use today just to do this. So many of you will already know of the bike. So it is using the 1200 unit, which is using across the range of many of Triumph's modern classics in the Bonnies and the Bobbers, but this particular engine for the Speed Twin does have high compression pistons, revised ports and a new cam profile to give it some additional power, kicking out at 98.5 brake horsepower with 83 pound-feet torque as well in for that bike, giving it a lot more across the mid-range. It is very usable, it is very available lower down and in the mid-range, as I just said, giving an all-round package there and usability in terms of power from the engine. Now this is a Speed Twin, it is not the Bonnie, this is not for gentle strolls, this is effectively their modern classic sports bike. So with it you get up front, you get Marzucci 43mm upside down forks. This is the way that we're going. Yes it is. I literally just ridden down this road and I've forgotten where I'm going already. Yes, you've got 43mm upside down Marzucci forks, and then you've got radially mounted Brembo M50 calipers at the front, which are biting down on 320mm discs. At the rear you've got twin shocks, and then again caliper wise you've just got a Nissin single pot, oh no I tell a lie, a Nissin 2-pot it is caliper on the rear, biting down onto a pretty standard 220mm disc. So yeah, that's what you got in terms of that for the chassis, and it does feel great, to be fair. You've got the bars, I don't know the dimensions on the bars for you. If you've seen my video on the Bonnie, you know this is a similar, you know, in terms of the seat is very plush, and I've forgotten to find out what the seat height is, so I will drop it in down here. But yeah, it's very plush, to be fair. You can feel yourself riding this for a long time, but it's just a bit more tucked up, this bike. Knees definitely a bit more than on the Bonnie, but it feels, well, it's set up to, it just feels more, it's more responsive. You feel like you want to ride it more and you want to push it more than you do the Bonnie straight away. This isn't just another derivative of the Bonnie, this is the Speed Twin. Whilst yes, you might argue it is a derivative, it's a bike in its own right, and it is a lovely ride. And if you've ever, or you never, sorry, had a go with one of these 1200s, I suggest you get yourself down foot, even if it's just for a test ride, to have a think about it. They're just usable, they're brilliant, the sound is immense. Bearing in mind I've literally just come off the Street Triple at 128 brake, and that thing, I love triples, the intake roll, but this is just, oh my god, I love it. This is what I want. I don't know what I want in a bike, and I was saying to the guy, James, I've just walked in there with a smile on my face, beaming from ear to ear from the 765 Street Triple, but then I'm going to go back on this, and it is, oh, it's stylish, it's fucking torquey, it's brilliant, it's comfortable. You can just have fun on this and ride it all fucking day. It is brilliant. Right, what am I going to have to add in here on post-production? Fuel capacity, I have no idea, I completely forgot. It was showing at about 3/4 when I just topped it up. I only managed to get about £6 worth of fuel in. So what, I think it's about 4.5 litres I got in there. So what, 10, 12 litres? I'll have to double check that and I'll drop it in down here. It is a 6-speed box on the fully adjustable levers on the bike. Nice stand to the handlebars. Nice and wide with these bar end mirrors on. again, for my fatness, these are brilliant, and my shoulders, I actually struggle on a Sprint 1050 to see around my mirrors, and they're some pretty wide mirrors. Electronics on the bike, you've got ride-by-wire throttle giving you 3 modes with road, rain and sport. We're currently in road at the minute because it has been raining. But then in terms of the clocks, you know, you've got the modern classics, so you're going back to about more analog dials with a few little bit of digibits, and you've got a few menus in there that you can do. But ultimately, it's a modern classic. Oh, that on the fuel in, I'll drop it in there and we'll go back to that. But I've just fueled it, and it's actually got like a car style lock and twist fuel cap, which I've never seen before on a bike. But that's because I've never had any bikes like this, I guess. Kind of wish I'd had. Oh my word, I kind of wish that I'd had 3 hours on. Oh yes, that little tickle between legs, that parallel twin shaking itself into life. But no, I absolutely wish that I had 3 hours on this. There's not a lot of point in me doing a big walk round on the bike because these bikes have been out for a while, and you'll have all seen those already. So, you know, I might be able to just put something up from that. But this is more literally new rider, new bike. I fucking want it. I'm screwed today. I've only got 2 livers and one. Sorry, 2 livers. I've only got 2 kidneys and 1 liver. I need half of one, and I need one of the other. So I'm kind of screwed. I don't think I've got enough body parts that I can sell in order to purchase the 2 bikes I've ridden today. And it is absolutely gutting because they are phenomenal. The fit, finish, it's Triumph. The standard is there with them. They're absolutely brilliant. Oh, this bike, the sound of this bike is absolutely unreal. It's absolutely unreal. For me, I listen to these parallel twins and I can just imagine. Now I know the bikes weren't this refined back in the day, but you can just imagine yourself 60 years ago flying down some back road on the twins you had back then. You know, it just sort of brings that feeling, that nostalgia, or from what you've seen on films and programs. You know, I'm loving this. There's not a lot to tell you about the bike. You've seen it all before. You'll have seen it in any reviews. This is just what smiles for miles do you get from this bike? Well, I'm loving it. I don't feel like I'm going to lose on this bike. I passed my test in August 2022. We're currently just at the back end of March 2023, so not worlds away. But I would have loved, well, I wanted one. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford one at the time, and we'll have to have a look maybe in a few months' time before I can. Oh yes, but I would love one of these bikes. And I've been riding this over the Bonnie now and having a bit more experience. As a new rider, it's a bike you can learn into, but at the same time you get that with the Street Triple because you've got all the electronics with that, the IMU and everything like that. So you get a lot and you can grow into riding with that bike. But this, oh, it's beautiful. The confidence levels is just, the suspension, you know, it's you know where you're going, you feel in control. It's comfortable as well. This is a thing I can blast around on this and have a whale of a time, and it's comfortable. And to be fair, I could probably get our lass on the back of this, see what it's like, a bit more on open road. And it's a bit of a shorter seat than the Bonnie, but this is absolutely brilliant. I am loving it. Oh, didn't say electronics, front and rear LED lights now as well, which I think is becoming a bit standard in most manufacturers. But you know, yeah, absolutely gorgeous setup on where it's got. This is obviously a reservoirs, obviously added by the previous owner. This red, I will have to read it up and I will drop it in the post-production. I do not know the name of the red. Oh yes, but it is gorgeous, and in my opinion this red on the Speed Twin is the best colour. I have seen one in like an orange at the Chesterfield Triumph when I was there test riding the Bonnie, and that was gorgeous. But this red, I just love it. 17-inch 12-spoke, I think it is, alloy wheels that are on this. I can't remember the tyres. Again, I will drop the tyres here. I didn't get as prepared for this one as much as I wanted to. I'll try and add it in post-production. But yeah, sticky tyres that come with it. It's some fandangled name. But yeah, so it's alloy cast wheels on this. It would be nice to see the spoked, like the Bonnie spoked wheels on this, and I'm sure that's something that you could do and arrange through Triumph. I just think whilst this is a modern classic, I just feel, and you got the USDs and everything, so it's already more bordering into that line of like the XSRs, as in looking like rather than being a classic, or modern classic should I say, and being more of a neo-retro type. I'd say this is, like, in compared to the Bonnie a bit, it is a bit more modern looking. But that said, you can forgive it. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd look to have. I just think, same as that, what have you got on the, I had a Svartpillen 125, and I'm going to be trying to get a test ride on the 401. Gutted that they've stopped doing the 701 of those. Vitpillen, Svartpillen, they've stopped doing the 701. They're not producing those anymore, which is devastating, because that is definitely something of a bit of a fun toy that I would have liked. Definitely would have liked to have test rode that. I loved my 125. Anyway, digress. That had WP USD suspension on it, and that had spoked wheels, and it was stunning. It had this very cyberpunky, modern, weird look about it, but then at the same time some classic aspects, and it was stunning. It worked, and I think that would work with this bike as well. But that's my personal preference, and then that's where you're going into styling over functionality. Oh, fucking hell, I'm loving this. I actually, no word of a fucking lie, I prefer the seating position on this than I do the street triple. The street triple in its own right is fucking brilliant, but I am loving this. Oh, but that sound. And then obviously there's an array of end cams that you can get for this. I know some of them you can get through Triumph. Ooh, bit of a kick on the back end there. Ooh. But yes, there's a lot of torque in this, and if you're a bit grabby with that throttle, my fucking god, it will bite. Fucking hell, that torque. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on this video. The amount of swearing in this one. You know what, guys, I need to get around these cars, but it's awesome. I don't know what else to tell you about this bike. I'll put a list of specs up, but I'm sorry, you can probably find that already. This isn't a review, this is James falling in love with the bike that he needs to work towards clearing any other debts that he's got, so he can take on finance to get this bike. Oh my god, I am so in love with this bike. Everything, it's like riding the other newer bikes, like the inline triple, inline 4. Like even the triple's got a bit more about it in terms of vibration, but like my sprint is quite vibraty, but this, it's just with that twin, it's just I feel like I'm riding more. Like, this is a completely different bike. It's a completely different category of bike to the street triple. But if we're just going to talk about it in terms of like what are you getting with this that you don't get with that and what have you, it's more basic riding, really. Yes, this has got like fly-by-wire and additional systems, ABS, but oh, I don't know, it's just more natural riding. It's fucking brilliant. So we're getting into an area now where it's been windy today, and there's a lot of crosswind there. Bike feels stable, liking it. Again, I'm going to have to add it in and poke it into the bit. I can't remember what the weight is on the bike. I have got notes on my phone, but because I'm so limited in terms of the time that I get on this bike, sorry guys. As said, this is about me falling in love with this bike, and I am going to use every ounce of this test ride, every second I have, to be riding and not wandering around this bike. I absolutely love it. If you could see my face right now, if I'd been able to get my bloody mount from the other camera, honestly, it is Cheshire Cat smile. Oh, I have not read anything else like this. I have not ridden anything else like this. I have been riding some awesome bikes lately. I've got a test ride of the Z900 RS, which I'm looking forward to next week. But, you know, I don't know, it's something about these bloody parallel twins on the Triumph, what Triumph do, they just, oh, it just makes you feel older worldly. Is that right? Older worldly? Old worldly? Like 60s, you know what I mean? It just makes it feel, oh, it just makes you feel awesome. Just takes you back to a simpler time. Oh, yeah, I don't even mind that my helmet is making a racket and I can't hear anything because of all the wind, because when I do hear something, what I hear is that absolute gorgeous tone of this 1200. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, this isn't even, oh, honestly guys, this isn't even like just enjoying this. I am I'm already becoming impatient. I'm already in my head, oh, take a second job, do this, sell this, what can I do to make the money up in order to get this bike? Oh no, we're already at Friday 4. I'm gonna have to go back soon. I'm literally gonna have to turn around and go back. Gutting. I'm not getting stuck behind you. You're not ruining my ride on this bike. Oh baby, yes! You're naughty! Yeah, you're naughty! Ah, I've got a cramp in my hip. Ah, cramp in my leg. Shit, cramp. Oh, fuck. Coming into a corner in a minute. Oh, my thigh's cramped up. Shit! Ah, oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. Steady. Ah, fucking time to get cramp. An absolute time to get cramp. He's just like, oh, it's right at the top of my thigh as well. Oh, there we go. Right, drop it down. Let's go. Ah, shit on the road again. Oh my god, that fucking wind. We're on road. We're now going into sport. Oh, I think the guy in the shop is going to be trying to sell me this because he's going to see that grin on my face. He's going to hear what I say and he's going to be like, buy it, James, buy it. Whereas unfortunately, James's other half, and probably James's credit rating might hold him back right now. But that will all soon change in the next few months. It'll be fine. We'll get rid of stuff. We'll sell a kidney, half my liver, probably sell my other 2 bikes, and yeah, I don't know, deal drugs on the side or something like that for a couple of months to get somewhere. But in all seriousness, I've got the phaser which I need to get going, which you'll see in some of the videos going forward if you watch any more of my videos. Need to sort the jets out on that, which I'll be picking up later on today, and then I can take the carbs off again and strip them, give them another clean, but I will be swapping the idle jets out this time. We'll get that going, and then it will be a case of strip to titivate, put it back together, maybe have that for the summer portion, the starter, but sell that. But again, that bike, for what I've put into it, probably not going to get back because, you know, yeah, spent too much, and they're just not worth that much anyway. Yeah, so I'm sure you could get panniers and a duffel bag or something on the back of this. It'll be fine, you know what I mean? You don't have to carry loads out and a couple of duffel bags or something like that, you'll be able to get enough on this to do some short weekend tours and stuff. You could probably do longer if you're willing to do it. It depends the sacrifices that you're willing to make for the tour. If you're going to do that though, and maybe even if I got one of these, I don't like the look of it on the bike per se, but the fly screens that you get them just to take a bit of the wind off. Obviously if you were touring, I'd be looking at doing that, and maybe even some handguards. They're ugly as chuff, I know, but if it would help with the wind on your hands, meaning like me, I prefer wearing these gloves over my winter gloves, but right now I cannot feel a damn thing. If I took my glove off, I'd look like fucking Elsa, honestly. It'd be bright fucking blue. But yeah, so you could look to do something like that. But yeah, oh, I love this bike. I don't even know what to say anymore other than if you could all donate me money, honestly, please send me money so that I can buy this bike today. But no, I'm gonna have to seriously think about what I have and what I have in the shed. But to be honest, if I had this bike, I think I could make it work, so I would be happy with this as my only bike and sink all my money into this bike. Buy it and then have it for life. It's brilliant.